In the book, The Power of Mentoring, Dr. Howard Hendricks, he says that we should have at least 3 relationships that are so essential to our lives. And these are, first of all, we need an Apostle Paul, which is an older person to build into our life. We need, secondly, a Barnabas, who is an equal, somebody who we can do life with and be accountable to. And also we need a Timothy, who is a younger person to encourage. Such powerful relationships, which is so essential to us as we go about our lives. And the power of mentoring is a great tool that we need to be able to equip ourselves with. So what does this look like for us in the future, for us as a church?
Well, we already know that at New Life, organic mentoring takes place. You might have someone that's older and wiser who you go to and ask questions. You might have someone that you're encouraging that's younger in your life. So we already know that organically this is taking place.
Yeah.
But we want to help provide a framework for those that maybe want to have a bit more understanding about what does it mean to mentor? How do I be a mentor? Or how do I reach out to someone who I want to mentor me? And so what we're going to do is we're going to provide almost like a guide, a mentoring guide that really shows you what mentoring is and what it isn't. It's going to include things like resources and videos to really equip and empower you to have effective mentoring relationships in your world.
Yeah, so because there's 2 sides of the coin, of course. You've got the mentor, which is somebody that is, taking the responsibility of mentoring the person. But then there's also the mentee. And so there's 2 very important dynamics to this and how that's going to work together. And I think if both understand going in what those responsibilities are, I think it just creates a powerful but healthy relationship that doesn't go beyond the bounds of mentoring, but also is actually helpful for that relationship.
Yeah.
So as we go into this, you talked about a covenant relationship. What does that look like, I suppose, and how we're supposed to work that out?
Covenant relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're talking about the mentoring covenant agreement?
Yeah.
Okay, you might have come across it on the website. So what that is going to be is it's not something that you have to do, but we highly recommend it because basically, like you said, Zan, it sets you up in your mentoring relationship to have really clear expectations about what you're agreeing to, what you'd like. And then, it just means that right from the beginning, you might have an end time for that mentoring relationship, just around how you're going to meet up and what you actually expect out of it for one another. So that's what it is.
So you're saying that we're not setting up relationships that you actually absolutely have to commit to for the long term.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can, if it doesn't work out, you can take a step back or have that conversation to say, hey, I don't think this is working out for me. Find somebody else.
Totally. And it's really important when you have that relationships in your life that you connect, that you click together. And so you may reach out to someone, you may go out for coffee and realize, actually, this might not be the right person for me right now in this season. And so just to know that's completely normal and to try again, that it may take a couple of times before you find the right people, and that you're going to have different kinds of relationships for different seasons of your life as well.
Yeah. So in February, we have an information night coming up, which is going to explain a lot about this, have some time for Q&A. And if you are interested to be a mentor on one side of the coin, or even to be a mentee on the other, I think it would be really helpful for you to come out and get a good understanding of what you're really getting into.
Exactly.
And like you said, this is already happening. All that it is providing a framework for it to be healthy, sustainable, and something that will be beneficial for people in the church, so that we can get a good understanding of what it means to be a mentor.
Yeah. And from this framework, we really encourage you to go out and seek people to ask, hey, can you be a mentor? Or I would like to be mentored by you. But also, if you're having trouble finding people and you don't know who to reach out to, then that's where we can also step in and help connect you with the right people that we think might be a good fit.
Yeah, so you're saying it's not a course that we're getting people to sign up to,
it's not
or
a program.
It's something that we're just providing just to bring clarity to what it actually is.
Resources to equip and empower you.
Yeah. And so that'll be part of the website too, right?
Yeah.
Resource to be able to help on both sides of the equation, questions to ask.
Definitely.
Yeah, things to dive into.
Yeah, we'll point you towards resources that you can actually use in your mentoring relationship. We'll show videos on like how to mentor. And then we just have like a guide, like a PDF that just takes you through just what does mentoring actually mean biblically, and really help you understand what mentoring should look like.
Yeah, so on both sides of the equation, I think there's a lot of courage that takes place. To be a mentor, you need to have the courage to know that you've actually got something in your life that God has placed there that would be helpful to others. But then also to be a mentee, to go in with the understanding that your life is going to be challenged, it's going to be shaped in order for you to become a disciple of Jesus. And so that's really our heart's desire, isn't to manipulate or shape people or to force them to be something they don't want to be, but to develop relationships that are healthy for the long term and to build a great understanding of what that looks like for us as a church.
Our greatest guide in mentoring and relationships in life and community is the Holy Spirit. And so these are some of the things that we'll teach about and talk about in the guide. And like you said earlier about those 3 special relationships or friends that we should have in our life, like this is why we want to help provide this framework, because we so believe in the power of intergenerational relationships for our community and our church. And we know the power that it has to be able to form you more deeply in Christ when you reach out and make those kind of relationships in your life.
Yeah, because I think we can both agree that we wouldn't be here today without having found like just such crucial relationships that have helped us to help shape us who we are. And also we wouldn't be who we are today without passing that on and mentoring others that actually helps us to grow in return, which is really awesome.
And you have so many people in your life that this will never be recognized as a formal mentoring relationship, but that, you know, sometimes you just want to have that more of like a clear understanding, hey, I would really like this in this season. So that's what this will be about. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, can't wait.